Like, it's not right to have to constantly be harassed by gay people, constantly be um, just constantly them trying to force their way of life on you. It's not wrong standing up against that shit. But it's like if you got people that's in favor or they with it, what reason do they have to say, well, you're not wrong for defending yourself against such conduct? What reason do they have to say that that's wrong? So it's like I say something and to police, to people, to whoever, just based on me knowing better, and I'm wrong because I know better. Not wrong because I'm wrong for standing up against evil gay people who think it's acceptable to be evil to people because they can walk around and be dishonest about being a gay person that's evil to people that aren't gay, essentially, or that don't know that they're an evil gay person. You're not wrong for standing up against that shit, but everybody will make it like you are because it's more beneficial for them. It's more beneficial for them to paint you like you're the villain or you're the bad guy for standing up against evil gay people because they won't say that they're evil gay people and they're not obligated to identify themselves as such. So it's like I'm only wrong or we're only wrong for knowing better and standing up for ourselves against what we know. So essentially, knowing too much is the only thing you do wrong, for real. Is knowing too much and then holding people accountable and responsible immediately after because of it. That's the only thing you did wrong, is knowing. And then not knowing, speaking up on it, and then helping other people see it too when they can't. You're wrong for that, for helping other people see something they can't see, or speaking up on a behavior and a conduct that they want to act like don't exist or isn't a thing. You wrong for that, but you're not wrong morally, spiritually. You're not wrong. Like in God's eyes, you're not wrong. In their eyes, you are. And it's like that's the shit that irritates me is I don't see enough people that know from God's perspective, we not wrong. If it's a perspective of people that believe and serve God, it's not wrong to stand up against evil. It's not wrong to call out evil when you see it. It's wrong to evil people when you do it. Like, as a man of God, I'm obligated to call out evil. I'm obligated to stand up against evil. As a man that's not for evil. And it's like, I don't see enough people who claim to be not for evil standing up against evil. The evil they're not for. I don't see it, and I should, because people claim to be of this. There's people that claim to be for what it is I stand for. So them not being against evil doesn't make sense when they claim to be what I am. Them not standing up, speaking up against evil don't make sense when they claim to be this, they claim to be a part of this. So it's like, why the fuck and how the fuck could I be the only one standing up against evil if there's people who claim to be of and for this shit? Like, that's the thing. Like, you can't, you can't say that. Like, you can't say you against evil and then don't be against evil. And then tell somebody else they're wrong for being against evil, but you say you against evil, or you say you not of the evil. Like, you can't stand back and watch the evil be evil and claim to be against the evil and then tell somebody else they wrong for being against the evil when Someone has to do something about it. Something has to be done. Otherwise, they're gonna continue to move like ain't no consequence for being evil. Like that's the only way it can't go. It can't go no other way. So it's like people that aren't spiritual or necessarily people that believe in God don't see it that way. They see it like you're wrong for calling out evil or standing up against evil, when it's like, no, you're not. You're not wrong at all. It's wrong if you know that you're standing up against evil and you stand up against it because they don't benefit from you knowing or identifying the evil. They benefit from you not knowing how to identify it, how to see it, what it look like. So it's like, you can't get me to tell a person they're wrong for standing up against evil. I can't say that, and I wouldn't. That's not wrong. Someone has to do it. It has to be done. So I would never tell a person standing up against evil is a bad thing, ever. I can't say that. And however they see fit to stand up against evil, even if that's not life, I can't tell them that's wrong or that's bad. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. Somebody else can, or somebody else would. I can't do it. Because as a person who's not for evil, and I stand against evil myself, how could I tell another person them standing against evil is wrong? Whatever means they feel of standing against evil is improper or wrong. As a person against evil, I can't do that. So only an evil person would tell you you're wrong for standing up against evil. You're wrong for calling out evil. You're wrong for not letting evil people play with you. Like, that doesn't make sense. That don't make sense. If you're not for the evil, it don't make sense. If you're for the evil, it makes sense that someone going against and being against that shit is bad to you. But in general, that's not a bad thing, being against that shit. Because at the end of the day, like I said, someone has to do it, or no one does. If no one does it, nothing happens. If no one stand up, no one calls out, no one does anything as a consequence for evil people, for being evil, nothing will be done about it. So it's like, I'm not a person that's gonna be able to sit back and allow that shit. And it's like, you have to deal with the response you get from people being in that position to control it. Being in that position to run a means of structure and order, you have to deal with what you get from people. You have to deal with what you get from people because of who and what you are. Because for some people it's a good thing, and for people that refuse to hold themselves accountable and responsible, you're a bad person. You're something bad, you're something negative. And it's like, you don't get to pick that. It's not up to you. You don't get to pick how another person views you based on who you are. It's like, only thing you can do is be who you are. And then however anyone takes it is solely up to them. It's not up to you. So it's like, people that don't hold themselves accountable and responsible, or even acknowledge that there's an evil conduct in the first place against people based on the truth regarding their sexuality, they'll never see the good in structure and order and people going against evil and standing up against evil. They don't want to see it. They gotta actually sit back and take some self-inventory and take a deep look at themselves and actually care to be a better person. And that's not the case. Like, you don't get to pick that for people. I don't care how bad you want a person to improve. If they don't want it, it's nothing you can do. All you can do is do what you do. That's all you can do. You literally can't do shit else. You can't do nothing else. You could do what you can do, and that's it. So all I can do is create a means of structure and order, and that's it. I can't do shit else. If people want to get with it, cool. If not, what can I do? I can't force nobody to want to be the best person they're going to be. But for the people that do, I'm going to handle it how I handle it. There's people disgruntled about them not wanting to be the best version of themselves. Then what is it to you that I hold people accountable and responsible to be them best selves? What is it to you? Nobody's trying to force you to be something you don't want to be. So that's what I don't understand, how anybody could even feel a way other than if they're on the receiving end of what it is that I do. But the only people on the receiving end of what I do are the people that want to be the best people. I don't give a fuck about the people that suck. Somebody else got to do that. I said what I said. It's all sort of shit.